guys, so this video is actually
My level 9 got
a
stepsister
bit
in.
different. Wait, this video is a bit more different compared to the others, but like for a few months now, I've been seeing people like Sala, Rich Lev, Waka. I've seen them reacting to sus Reddit stories. So obviously, I decided to look them up for myself, and we're just gonna scroll through a few on YouTube first. Then in a separate video, we'll start looking at TikTok sus Reddit stories, and we'll see which is worse. Thinking about making this into a series, so let me know what you guys think in the comments, and let's just get started.
My level 9 got stepsister invited me into her room. Hear me out. My stepsister, Lily, and I had been living under the
What is it? Maybe
same roof for a few months by then. Our parents had married in a whirlwind romance, and
if it said stepsister, so
suddenly, we were siblings. Except, it didn't really feel like it. Lily and I were like two planets orbiting the same sun, close but never quite intersecting. She was from her dad's previous marriage, and I was from my mom's, and somehow that invisible line of different parents kept us politely distant. Then, one evening, everything changed. I was walking past her room when the door swung open. There she was, standing in the doorway with an uncertain but hopeful
random thing. This food looks so good till he slapped the cheese on.
when the door
This food
swung
looks
open.
so good.
There she was, standing in the doorway with an uncertain but hopeful smile, wearing Nike Pro shorts and a tube top.
Why is it the Nike Pro shorts? Why is it the Nike Pro? Why can't it be like, I don't know, regular shorts, like maybe like gym shorts or like I don't know, maybe like pants. Why does that have to be Nike Pro shorts?
Hey, do you want to come in? I thought maybe we could hang out, she said, almost hesitantly. It was such a simple invitation, but my heart raced with the possibilities. Stepping into her room felt like stepping into uncharted territory. And suddenly, she wasn't just my stepsister. She was Lily, a person with her own passions and stories. As the evening turned
Don't say that. No, don't say that.
to night, our conversation flowed more freely. We laughed, shared secrets, and even opened up about how weird it was adjusting to our new family dynamic. It was in those moments of vulnerability that we truly became siblings, not by blood or by marriage, but by choice. Even though her jokes were kinda lame, I still laughed, and it finally paid off when I started giving her the most devious back.
Okay.
My level 9 got stepsister
I was sitting here thinking, okay, maybe the intro was just like clickbait. Maybe the story's normal. Then he's talking about devious backshots. Okay, buddy. Okay. Next story.
It was creepy how quick I was to spring into action and get an opportunity to play with Amy's melons. A few
Who is Amy? Oh, part 2. Oh.
My stepson said make me nut. So I...
What did that just say?
My stepson said make me nut.
My stepson said make me nuts. That is a sentence I never thought I'd hear in my life. Okay.
So I made him.
What do you mean you made him?
39. Live with my husband. 39.
No, don't say you're 39. For those of you guys that don't know, 39 is my favorite number. I don't know why. I blame Yu-Gi-Oh, but 39's always been my favorite number. Like, don't ruin the numbers, man.
And 3 children. 19, 13, and 5. Only the youngest is shared with my husband, and the other 2 are from previous relationship. My husband is the only parent working. My 19th son moved out over a year ago, but was back within 6 months.
Wait, he's 19? Y'all are 20 years apart. You were literally 2 years after you graduated. He was just nutted. He finished the race. By the time you were if you took a 2-year college, by the time he graduated college, he just won the race. What do you mean? You did it with a 19-year-old. Hot take, the biggest age gap I can see being fair is like anything under 18 years. Because at that point, like, yeah, it's weird, but it's like, at least they weren't a full-grown adult when you were born.
And living in our lounge room on a mattress as we didn't have the spare bedroom. We had to move soon anyways as our lease was ending. So we discussed it with my son on what his plans were.
That food in the background looked bussin'. I'm sorry for pausing so much, but that food in the background looked bussin'. Got me hungry.
As the current rental situation is hard to get into, he decided to stick it out at home. He was working full-time, bringing in about $1,000 per week.
Jeez.
We moved into a new, bigger house, giving everyone their own space. We discussed with him to pay his way $180 for rent, $40 for all bills, and $100 towards food. This he agreed to. Shortly after moving into the new house, my son was made redundant and received a payout, which he spent
Okay, it's not going. Okay,
most of it on
we're
Uber
doing.
Eats.
Oh,
My stepson said,
I just caught that it said part 1. Should I guess I'll look for part 2. Where's part 2?
my
That's
stepson
part 1. Where's part 2? Please tell me I just can't find it. Is this part 2?
Society moved on.
No. I don't think there's a part 2, so okay, good.
Father passed away yesterday.
Oh.
I've been edging to AI vid.
Wait, what? Oh, I was gonna pause it to say like rip, and then what?
Father passed away yesterday. I've
Wait,
been.
your fault. Is this the son from Is this the son from like that one movie? I forgot the name off rip, but that one movie where the son had a thing for his dad and the dad, isn't it like Don't Mess with the Johnsons or something? Or like it's like something, I think it's something like that.
Edging to AI vids of him oiled up, and at some points I'll go to his urn and let one out on his ashes. Sometimes,
To let one out in his ashes. Okay.
at my job in KFC, I will purposely edge over the grill where I keep pictures of him on the counter. Coworkers will look at me with disgust in their eyes, but they do not understand what I'm feeling. My son reminds me so much of my father in every way you can think about it.
Wait, your son reminds you of your father? Please don't. Please.
So one day I rented a white van from the dark web and drove to his
What?
daycare. My wife has custody. When I got there, the teachers were suspicious, but I manipulated my son into coming with me. I
What?
told him that if he pretended I was his uncle, he would get ice cream at the end of the day, but he was about to get a different cream. So when the staff left, I whisked him off into the van and stamped on the gas till the Canadian
Oh.
border. I made him get into the truck so security would
Did y'all just see that?
about to
No,
get a different
look
cream.
in the background.
So when the staff left, I whisked him off into the van and stamped on the gas till the Canadian border. I made him get into the truck so
Did he just jack off a pickle?
security wouldn't catch on, and then we continued driving to my lair, and this is when he began getting
Your
suspicious
lair?
of what kind of creams he would be enjoying this afternoon, but I gripped his neck and told him, "Don't worry,
Oh.
Daddy has cream prepared for you."
Okay,
When we
oh.
arrived at the house, I led him down into the soundproof basement cellar. I opened up a fridge and gave him a ton of whipped cream out of the fridge and ice cream additionally. Wobbling the whipped cream around in his mouth, he thanked me, and I surprised him with a vacation to Canada and FaceTimed his mother. He was dripping with joy when she picked up and then walked into the basement in real life, letting him know we were getting back together in a surprise party. Treasure your loved ones always and spread love, not lust.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Then what was this?
Father passed away yesterday. I've been edging to AI vids of him oiled up.
What was this? What was this?
What is the darkest and most disgusting thing you've ever done? When I was 15, I helped a 52-year-old woman have an affair. I managed to get a job at a fancy
No. That's Pokemon. I think I might have gone too far. Let's see. See, like I said, Rick Lev.
Why is there a hole in the Nutella jar?
What hole?
The gaping
wow.
hole in the middle of the jar. It's about 4 inches deep and an inch wide.
Very peculiar.
I know, right? It also smells weird.
That's probably because it's expired.
I bought it yesterday, and it didn't have a hole in it last night. What could have possibly happened?
Tough question. Just throw it out?
No.
Gee, guys, I wonder why there's a hole.
Yes.
Nope.
Yup.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
I feel like you know what happened to the jar. Can you just be honest with me?
Honest about what? What are you even asking?
Whatever it is, you're not telling me. Don't you trust me? It can't be that bad.
You're right, it's not. Well, actually, it's pretty bad.
So you do know what happened?
Shit. Look, I can explain.
Oh, I'm looking very closely right now. At some kind of slimy substance at the bottom. It looks like a white or hot glue.
Throw it away! Trust me!
I can't. It's been so long since I've seen a good mystery. Something similar happened back in my freshman year.
What? Wait, too many things are. What do you mean? It's been a while since I've had a good mystery. Something similar happened back in freshman. I hope you mean college. You mean your college freshman year, right? Right?
Huh?
The cucumbers in our sorority house always smelled like fish, and they always had this weird coating on them. We could never figure out what was happening, but they stunk really bad.
Did I need to hear that?
Yes, isn't that strange?
I guess.
This time I'm getting to the bottom of it. Literally, I'm going to lick the bottom of the jar.
Wait, no! Hold on! It's not safe! What if it's poisoned?
It tastes like...
Stop!
One more lick.
Dear God.
Oh. Julian, just ask me next time, okay? Why is...
That. I didn't even have any words for that story.
My
No, I
stepson
already saw
said make
that.
me
I already saw that.
Father passed away yesterday.
Already saw that. Is that like all the ones that I
My level 9 yacht stepsister invited me into
already
her
saw
room.
that?
Hear me
I am 22, I'm sharing a bed with my sister F25 for the first time in years, and she is kind of making me feel uncomfortable. Let me start off by-
Uncomfortable. I looked up sus Reddit stories on YouTube, so I'm kind of scared how she's making you feel uncomfortable.
saying that we used to share a double bed pretty much all the time whenever we went to stay at our nan's. It was never all that weird for us, as the
Yeah.
bed was very big and there was plenty of room, so it's not like we were right on top of each other. There might as well have been a whole single bed's gap between us anyway. This is our first time going to visit her since the pandemic given. We're both grown people now. We did toy with the idea of booking a pair of hotel rooms, but there weren't a whole lot of options as Arnon lives in a pretty remote area of the countryside. We ultimately ended up just staying at Arnon's like we used to. Neither of us had any issue with the sleeping arrangements. It would be just like old times, and for the first couple of nights that rang true on the third night. However, I woke up to the subtle, yet frantic rustling of bed sheets.
Oh, okay.
What's the most disgusting thing you've learned about college? My girlfriend was the only homeless freshman at her Ivy League university, so she literally took matters into her own hands. When we left our hometowns for college, she arrived to find out that she had been removed from her dorm hall. When she went to the financial aid
Oh, I thought that was the y'all know that specific Bleachtown track? I'll play it a bit in the background. I don't know if I don't know if YouTube copyrights it or not because I'm not too sure, but y'all know the Bleach soundtrack I'm talking about, Never Meant to Belong. I thought I was hearing that in the background. I was fully prepared for something insane.
office, she told me they couldn't apply her scholarship to their dorms, so they classified her as a commuter. She called me crying, not knowing what to do, but all I could do was advise her to try to make a friend that would let her crash for the night. So to make some friends, she went to a sorority party, and according to her, they instantly treated her like a sister. They invited her to Rush, and when she read about all their benefits, which included free housing, she was sold. I was super proud of her because things seemed like they were going her own way, but I was worried because I heard about how crazy Rush Week could get. Every day of the week, I'd ask her what challenges she had to do, but she always brushed it off like nothing happened. She would tell me some blatant lies like, oh, we just had meetings today, but it was 3 in the morning, and her hair was messy. I became tired of trying to pry answers from her, so I took matters into my own hands. I looked up members of the sorority and did a little Insta stalking. I had a buddy who was on one of the sorority head's close friend stories, and what he showed me made me sick to my stomach. I thought all the Rush Week stories were myths until I saw a video of my girl on her knees getting first place in an eggplant swallowing race. That same night I called her telling her we were over. She started acting oblivious and asked, how could you do this to me? All I told her was, I'd rather be homeless than swallow a random dude's baby gravy in 4K. What's the most disgusting thing?
Baby gravy is okay.
What's the weirdest thing you've been caught buying? I was buying whipped cream, rope, candles, and a cucumber. An old lady
Oh, what?
behind me raised one eyebrow and said, "You know Jesus sees you, right?" I switched lanes, still bought the cucumber. What's the weirdest
That was okay.
I accidentally plowed my little cousin. I have a much
Fuck you mean accidentally, nigga?
What the hell?
What the fuck do you mean? I accidentally plowed my little cousin. Didn't even give me any time to process. Didn't even give me any time to like prepare. Just thrusts me right into. Maybe thrust is the wrong word. Just thrusts me right into the story. Okay.
younger cousin, 3, who I'm quite close with. We have a game that we played since she could walk, where I would hold her by the waist and we would spin around for a few seconds until we got dizzy. She loves this game and we played it yesterday because the adults of the family were the only ones even remotely close in age. We're in another room and talking about something neither of us wanted to listen to. So she asked if we could play the game and I said yes. We assumed the positions and began. However, I was tired as hell and hadn't eaten or drank very much all day. I could feel myself about to fall and my vision was turning grayish as I spun around. I tried to slow down, but momentum kept me circling. I gripped her hands to keep from her literally slipping away, but she took this as a sign to relax her grip. Obviously, the speed at which we were traveling was quite fast, since I hadn't managed to slow down, so she went flying. She was propelled towards the wall and hit it face first. It wasn't an enormous impact, but when she turned around, her face was already beginning to swell, and although nothing was broken, it was clearly going to be a huge bruise. I ran to get her an ice pack, but when I returned, everyone was in the room, including her parents, and she'd informed them of what happened, and thankfully hadn't made it seem like I'd intentionally flung her into a solid wall, but they knew everything. We aren't allowed to play that game anymore. I accidentally—
Oh, so you didn't plow your little. Okay.
Why the f is no one naming their children after Greek goddesses?
Oh my god!
One of you is gonna be my
Okay. Clearly, okay. We're losing the plot.
My mom wants me to punish my daughter. My sister had a kid who is a brat, and I don't like him. Neither does my daughter. Whenever my sister goes to any family event, she never watches her own kids and expects everyone else to watch her kid, including
This
my—
sounds like a sus Reddit
I fell
story.
in love with my lesbian best friend, and the worst happened. Ever since I was a kid, I had always been close to Laura.
What's the word? Clapperboard title.
Yeah, I feel like YouTube Reddit stories
Clapperboard
are, like,
title. I walked
not
into my
as-
roommate's.
I'm gay, and my roommate seriously can't stand that. But why does he keep sleepwalking into my bed? My roommate
What? But yeah, these I think this might be the last one we watch on YouTube. I know at the beginning of the video I said it'd be 2 separate videos, but I'll probably stop the recording here, get onto TikTok, and then get that ready. But yeah, YouTube so far, the Reddit stories don't seem that crazy. The craziest one was probably it was probably the 19-year-old, it's probably the 19-year-old stepson with the 39-year-old mom.
Ethan made his feelings about me being gay crystal clear from day one. The guy would literally spray Lysol on door handles after I touched them, moved his toothbrush
Really?
to the complete opposite side of the bathroom, and once threw away a perfectly good sandwich because
How long is, I'm looking at the red bar. How long
breathe
is
near it,
this?
just being careful, he'd say whenever I caught him mid-disinfection ritual. You never know what people carry. But here's where it gets weird. Every single night for 3 weeks straight, I'd wake up around 2 a.m. to Ethan sleepwalking into my room like some kind of homing pigeon. He'd climb into my twin bed, wrap his arms around me, and sleep peacefully until morning. The contradictions were driving me absolutely insane. During the day, this guy would literally jump backward if our hands accidentally touched reaching for the same coffee mug. At night, he'd spoon me like we were newlyweds on our honeymoon. I started keeping a mental log. Day Ethan wouldn't share an elevator with me. Night Ethan used my shoulder as a pillow for 6 hours straight. At first, I thought maybe he was just a natural sleepwalker who happened to be confused about room locations, but our dorm layout made that impossible. My room was at the complete opposite end of the hallway from his. He'd have to navigate 3 turns and walk past the bathroom to reach me. Plus, our other roommate Zach confirmed Ethan had never sleepwalked before I moved in. Dude sleeps like a rock, Zach told me. Never moves an inch all night. Last Tuesday, I decided to run an experiment. I deliberately left my laptop open with Grindr visible, knowing Ethan would see it when he got home from his evening jog. The reaction was immediate and dramatic. Ethan walked in, saw the screen, and went into full decontamination mode. He spent 2 hours.
What's Grindr? What's Grindr? What's Grindr?
Ethan had never sleepwalked before I moved in. Dude sleeps like a rock, Zach told me. Never moves an inch all night. Last Tuesday, I decided to run an experiment. I deliberately left my laptop open with Grindr visible. No.
Yo, what's Grindr? Should I like? Sorry, I'm charging my phone right now. Should I like know what Grindr is? Cause like, I don't.
Ethan would see it when he got home from his evening jog. The reaction was immediate and dramatic. Ethan walked in, saw the screen, and went into full decontamination mode. He spent 2 hours cleaning every surface in our apartment with bleach, muttering under his breath about keeping diseases away and maintaining.
And I know this is like the second time I've changed my mind, but this video is already 17 minutes long.
Boundaries. He even threw out our shared bag of chips because I'd eaten from it earlier. Can't be too careful, he said, avoiding eye contact. That night, though, right on schedule, sleepwalking Ethan appeared at my bedside, but this time was different. Instead of his usual peaceful slumber, he was agitated, tossing and turning, mumbling incoherently. I caught fragments. No, can't, not supposed to like, and then, clear as day, I'm not like him, I'm not like him. The pieces suddenly clicked into place like a jigsaw puzzle solving itself. I started recording him with my phone, not to embarrass him, but to have proof of what was happening. The footage was surreal. This guy who acted like I was contaminated during the day, holding me like I was the most precious thing in the world at night. The next morning, I decided to end this charade once and for all. Ethan was making his usual post-workout protein shake, pointedly using a different blender because I'd made smoothies in ours yesterday. Ethan, I said, leaning against the kitchen counter, are you gay? The protein powder container slipped from his hands, exploding white dust across our kitchen floor. His face drained of all color like someone had pulled a plug. What? No, that's disgusting. Why would you even ask that? I pulled out my phone and showed him the video from last night. His face watching himself curl up against me, mumbling my name in his sleep. Because you keep sleep cuddling with the guy you supposedly find so repulsive. He stared at the screen for what felt like an eternity, his mouth opening and closing like a fish out of water. I could practically see his internal
It's okay, just say that you're gay.
walls crumbling in real time. Finally, his shoulders sagged in defeat. I've been fighting it for years, he whispered, voice barely audible. I thought if I acted disgusted enough, if I pushed those feelings down hard enough, they'd eventually disappear. My dad always said guys like that were wrong. Well, I said gently, your subconscious clearly has other plans. Ethan looked up at me with tears in his eyes. I'm so sorry. The cleaning, the comments, I was horrible to you. I was trying to convince myself more than anyone else. You were scared, I replied, but maybe it's time to stop running from yourself. That night, for the first time in weeks, Ethan knocked on my door while fully awake. Can we just talk? He asked, fidgeting with his hands. We talked until sunrise. About fear, about family expectations, about the exhausting weight of pretending to be someone you're not. 3 months later, Ethan came out to his parents. It didn't go well, but he said finally being honest felt like
Well, that wasn't sus.
breathing for the first time in years. And yes, he still sleeps in my bed sometimes, but now he asks first. I'm gay, and my
Well, that wasn't sus. I know I've been wishy-washy on ending the video, but like I said earlier, I'll end the video here. Next video is probably gonna be sus Reddit stories over on TikTok. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please, like, subscribe, comment. See you guys next time.